is a egoistic,
Jagan.
is a psycho nature. What is the problem with Amravati? Except I started Amravati. That was my brainchild. Hyderabad also my brainchild. Cyberabad also my brainchild. You cannot remove it.
You said once, poverty remains high among Muslims today. It's our responsibility to help them at such a time.
Historically, politically, culturally, there are some caste or religions are more backward.
Reservation is not the only thing that needs to be.
That is need of the hour.
There were some sharp words that you had for Narendra Modi, but it seems like now those have got papered over. Is it because you found new alliances?
Today, I am very clear.
Huh.
I have seen Narendra Modi's policies are more sustainable compared to any other leader's policies.
When you were arrested in September 2023, there were protests in UK, there was protest in the US.
People remember me.
Yeah.
That is the credibility, that is the legacy I created. I am happy. People recognized, acknowledged. They showed their gratitude.
So you're going to win the state as well as the Lok Sabha polls?
100%. In Andhra Pradesh, our aim is 24 plus MPs, 160 plus MLAs.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching or listening to another edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. As we head into the fourth round of polls, our guest today is the former Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu. The Andhra Pradesh Assembly elections are set to take place on May 13th, 2024, along with the Lok Sabha polls on the same day. The Assembly has 175 seats, out of which 29 seats are reserved for the scheduled castes and 7 for the scheduled tribes. The YSRCP is contesting the polls on its own. The TDP of Chandrababu Naidu, who's my guest today, is with the NDA, which is led by the BJP. Now let's come to the Lok Sabha polls, also being held in a single phase on 13th May for the 25 seats in Parliament. In 2019, Andhra Pradesh witnessed a tight contest for its 175 Assembly seats and 25 Lok Sabha seats. Babu Garu, thank you so much for being part of the ANI podcast, and you're in the thick of elections, so I really appreciate that you're giving us the time to speak. As we're going to be heading to the polling time, it's a hectic polling schedule. Your opponent, Jagan Mohan Reddy, says that he's very confident. How confident are you?
Always, one should know the people's pulse. And also one should be with realistic. Is not all realistic. If you see, I was in politics for the last 40 years, 45 years nearly. Never I have seen this type of governance. I have seen my opponents, critical opponents. Sometimes they have done bad governance, and also so many things I have seen. Is culmination of all bad things in the history. Never we have imagined this type of personality. So people are fed up, people are frustrated. You write down, after results, you come and tell me what I am saying today. There is a clear sweep, not 100%, 1000%.
A sweep. Okay. You've just said that you've been in politics for so many years. Who do you see as a tougher opponent? Was it Rajshekhar Reddy or was it Jagan Mohan Reddy?
Not tougher. Is a egoistic.
Jagan.
Is a psycho nature. Sadist. Then is a destroyer. Is a looter. Combination of all these things. Indian mythology or Christian history. Even their villains, all these things. Even Islam. This type of personality never they have visualized, we have read.
You're calling him a psycho, sir? Why?
No, what I'm saying, he's a sadist. All his actions, anybody will demolish Prajavedika, which is a public property. Can you imagine? Even I don't like that is my contribution. Even in Hyderabad, high-tech city I constructed. His father didn't destroy that or demolish it. I created international airport. He continued. I created outer ring road. He continued. Even Amravati. What is the sin Amravati has done? He destroyed the ecosystem. Now after 10 years we don't have capital. Can you imagine? Which is our capital, you tell? You are outsider.
Yeah.
You are leading media. I am asking you, which is Andhra Pradesh capital now?
He wants to make 3 capitals, he said.
That is what I am saying. After 10 years, 3 capitals. Can you pick up? What is Hyderabad today? What is Bangalore? 5 years mandate they have given to you. 5 years he didn't do anything. Now you are saying 3 capitals. There was existing capital, that is Amravati. Even Government of India recognized. They have given grant, everything. Why you demolished? Why you destroyed? You see how to create wealth. If you implement Amravati, Hyderabad is a classic example. We had 2 cities. I added 1 more city, that is Cyberabad. Then I want to integrate everything. That is how outer ring road. Then I want to have international connectivity. Then Hyderabad International Airport, Samshabad. Then I want to go for knowledge economy, starting with high-tech. Then go for biotechnology. Today, India is supplied corona vaccine from Hyderabad. Can you imagine? If Rajshekhar Reddy should have destroyed Vanpik city, biotechnology park, India should have produced. That is where politicians after me in combined Andhra Pradesh, either Rajshekhar Reddy, Rosaya, Kiran Kumar Reddy, Chandrasekhar KCR 10 years, even Revant Reddy. They are continuing that ecosystem. That means they are in different political parties, different ideology. But that ecosystem is so powerful. What is the problem with Amravati? Except I started Amravati. That was my brainchild. Hyderabad also my brainchild. Cyberabad also my brainchild. You cannot remove it. But they enjoyed the fruits of or dividends of it. They took further forward. Then it created wealth. It generated revenue. Today Hyderabad is generating revenue like anything. Employment, wealth generation, and also so many advantages, that pride.
So why do you think he did that? Is it a intense personal rivalry that he has with you, or is it a sense of inadequacy you think in his character? He can't measure up to your stature. Is that the reason?
Not the stature. I'm not bothered about who is he to measure my stature. I'm asking you. I was CM earlier than Rajshekhar Reddy's father.
His father.
9 years. At one stage he was desperate. Never he will again win the elections to become CM. But unfortunately or fortunately he became CM in 2004. He was 5 years CM. What I am saying here is having some problem mentally. That illusion or obsession or something else, you can call anything. But that type of personality is eligible to head the state. He is destroying the future of 5 crore people and also their prospects, future and also past. He destroyed all opportunities. He killed all opportunities.
There's one quote of his where he mentions you and says, when you say this about him, he says that why could you not implement any welfare schemes, that is Babu Garu, you. Why could you not implement any welfare scheme for 14 years, unlike what I have done in 5
But
years?
I'm saying 100 schemes you have introduced. Not one, 100 schemes. Who has given pension from 200 to 2000? What is the pension you have given? 1000. Anna Canteen, Chandranna Bharosa, Bhima, and also Videsha Vidya. You, even festivals, Ramjan Tofa, Dulhan, so many programs I have given. He is going on talking all lies. He is thinking he is only the man who is giving welfare. Always he is saying buttons, buttons. I press a button, I press a button. Is it necessary to have a CM to press button? Even Narendra Modi is transferring DBT. Am I right?
Yeah.
Crores of people are getting DBT. He is claiming that I have done DBT. I am pressing button. That is the type of chief minister. Button is only a facility. I have given digital currency report. I am the author of that report. Then India is now number 1 in digital currency. I am author of technology. I promoted technology as a politician. Deregulation of communication is my report. Because I thought technology is a futuristic tool for knowledge economy. I am always ahead of times, you know very well.
Yes.
20, 30 years ahead, I will think.
I've been watching, yes.
Even I told Bill Gates to associate with biotechnology in our park. He said, no, that is futuristic technology. Then I called ICICI.
When was this, when you told him?
97, 98.
You told Bill Gates in 97, 98.
Enter in biotechnology.
Huh.
You are leading in IT. I am very happy. IT and biotechnology are interlinked. There is a revolution. Why can't you start? Then he said, you are right, that is futuristic. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take risk on that. Then I called Wagul and also ICICI Chairman Kamath, ED. Then we entrusted that project, 2,000 acres of land.
So it can be seen as something where you're linking development and welfare, because there are many people who are seeing the two manifestos today between yours and Jagan's, and whereas one is emphasizing on welfare, you are linking welfare and development. Could you tell me a little bit? It seems like this is an idea which is not new, which you've had for a very long time.
No, what I'm saying, two aspects here. Earlier, welfare was a slogan. Garibo Hata. You go through that. Houses.
1970s you're talking.
Prior 1991, welfare was only a slogan, limited resources.
Correct.
From 1991, after economic reforms, wealth has been created. Governments are having more and more flexibility. Even my father-in-law, founder of Telugu Desam Party, NTR, we had 50 crore project is a big project at the time. Today, 50,000 crores, 1 lakh crores projects. That is the order of the day. How it happened? Through our economic reforms. That is where I am very passionate and also I am very happy to associate. PPP model, public-private partnership to create wealth. So many models in that, BOT, all these things, viability gap funding, all these things. All infrastructure projects have come in that route. Now people are creating wealth, government is getting revenue. Now this is where I am saying another policy, P4. People, public, private people's partnership. Make people as partners. Think people as capital. Invest on them. More productive, involve more in knowledge economy, and then even human resources we can export globally. Then they can do wonders, either virtual or physical presence. All these things are going to happen.
These are all very forward-looking things, but we are seeing increasingly in all the phases of elections and in the manifestos, it's again back to freebies, whether it was state elections, and here it's state as well as Lok Sabha elections which are happening. So there's free bus travel, free educational or very low educational interest educational loans, unemployment allowances, financial assistance to farmers, loans written off of farmers again and again. For states which are going to bankruptcy, which includes, in distress states also, how will these poll promises work?
What I'm saying is doing same thing. Mr. Jagan is doing same thing. I'm saying we have to give fish, we have to teach them how to fish by giving adequate skills and infrastructure. That is our exercise. There is a lot of difference. Today, if you can go through, nothing is static. Every momentum is a change. People are having new aspirations, new ambitions, new desires. All these things people are having. He is saying, I have done all these things 5 years. Today I will continue same thing. Now he is aware there is no revenue.
Yeah.
He closed all revenue channels now. He blocked all or collapsed all revenue channels. Now he borrowed money left and right. There is no scope for further borrowing also. That is the stage today. That's why he confessed before election that I cannot do anything. I gave a hope now. Yes, welfare will be continued. I will give better welfare than him. That welfare also I will use more productive way. I will empower you continuously. That is where I am asking people to understand. He is giving 10 rupees. He is collecting, he is looting 100 rupees. I will give 20 rupees. I will handhold you. How to make this money lakhs. That is the difference.
Okay. You said you are often dismissive about him and you've also called him Bachcha. And he turns around and he says that if I'm a Bachcha, then why can't Babu Garu fight me on his own? Why does he need the crutch of the NDA? And why does he need Narendra Modi? And why does he need the others?
No, always alliances, it is the desire of the political parties. It is not new. Narendra Modi is not strong. Why he needs alliances? I'm asking you.
Political compulsion, I guess. He would not like to.
That's what I'm saying. He is more stronger than Narendra Modi ji. Can you compare? Then answer is very simple. We wanted to align some alliances for better prospects or better performance. Today central government is there. We are party to central government, we are having alliance. BJP, Telugu Desam, Janasena, central government and state government. I am asking Jagan, whom you are going to support in Delhi? You are having any answer on that? You answer. Okay. You will say, I will support BJP. Association is better, alliance is better.
You get more benefits from alliance, right?
We are partners in that. Both central government and state government, we are together, double engine sarkar, we will do better. That is the concept. What you are going to do, at best, you are doing pyravi for our cases. Nothing else. What is the benefit people are going to get? What is the benefit you got it now for the last 5 years? You tell me one incident. I'm telling you, I got so much of money. 11 All India institutions I started, I completed at that time. And also, Polavaram 72% I completed. Amravati, PM came and laid the foundation. And also they have given money. Like that, everything, we worked together, we got it. Now, 5 years, you wasted time. You lost all opportunities. That is our problem.
Babkar, are you aligned ideologically with the BJP? Because, like Andhra Pradesh has reservation in education for Muslims, whereas the BJP doesn't believe in a Muslim quota for anything. They believe that it should be economically weaker sections and for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, but they don't believe in religion quotas.
So what I'm saying, ultimately everybody has to move towards economic improvement or economic empowerment, not religion-wise. For historically, politically, culturally, there are some caste or religions are more backward. Even whenever I'm studying all these things as a philosophy, why particular community is backward? Why particular religion is backward? That entirely their thinking process, their association, their gatherings, all these things are making like that.
I'm quoting you. You said once, poverty remains high among Muslims today. It's our responsibility to help them at such a time. In this order, we will say 4% reservation for Muslims. There's no other thought in that. So the only thought that goes, you are saying, is to improve their economic status. It is not for vote bank. I'm guessing that's what you mean when you say there is no other thought. Is that what, am I guessing right?
No, always what I'm saying, why tribals are very backward. 20 years back, I started Chaitanya. That means awareness among tribals. Tribals are having very rich resources in tribal agency area. But lack of awareness, they are always backward. Even Muslims, same thing. That's why I told that. Today I am very clear. Multifold attack approach we have to take, not only appeasing. Going on say, okay, I'm telling you one thing. We have given reservations for SCs, STs and certain sections over decades, 7 decades. Are they better off today? Is it not your responsibility to do something else, something more? That is where you have to think.
Okay. So you're saying that something radical needs to be done.
Then only empowerment will take place for all sections.
And reservation is not the only thing that needs to be done.
That is need of the hour. You cannot ignore that.
But you are listening.
That alone cannot solve the problem.
Correct.
That's where I protected. First of all, sentiment will protect. Need will look after. But beyond that, we have to think and empower them. Then only things will change radically.
But you are seeing the rhetoric which is coming in from the India Alliance, that the NDA of which you are a part wants to get to 400 to get rid of reservations, even though Prime Minister Modi and all your NDA colleagues have said that getting rid of reservation is not on the agenda. In spite of that, sometimes what happens is a falsity takes wind of its own and becomes an issue. How to battle this? Is your electorate believing in you when you say reservation nahi hata rahe hain?
No, what I'm saying, I'm not saying reservations you remove. Be clear. That alone cannot empower them in all angles.
So it's reservation plus.
Plus. That is where I am working. I am telling you today, 4% reservations. I supported in Supreme Court during my tenure. And then I had engaged best advocates to protect the reservations. That is one. I have given 35,000 minority girls 50,000 rupees for marriage allowance.
For what?
Marriage
Marriage allowance.
expenditure.
Okay.
That means 135 crores I have given money for them. Third one, I have given 10 to 15 lakhs for education. Wherever they want to study abroad, they can go and study. I have given that money. Like that, I have done so many things.
This is empowerment.
Empowerment policy. That is where I am asking you, this Jagan Mohan Reddy. He didn't do anything. There is no security for Muslims in Andhra Pradesh. One Mr. Abdul Salam, they blamed him as a thief, harassing, going on harassing. Finally, he lost hope. He was totally frustrated. 4 of his family members ended their life by putting their heads under train. Can you imagine? He didn't go there. He didn't call on them. That is the fear psychology here. You have to protect. One girl wanted to study. She wanted to get number 1 in the class. YSR Congress worker harassed them not to study all these things. Finally, she wrote suicide note. I am unable to study because of these people. Now I am committing suicide. I am not living up to the expectations of my parents. That's why I am committing suicide. Can you imagine?
But how is he to blame for that?
No, what I am saying, governance is your own party workers. One Arudra, one girl, she is having physical handicapped child. Then she wanted to treat her. She wanted to sell her property. That was grabbed by minister's secretary. She represented to collector. She came to Amravati to meet chief minister. She tried. Big issue. They called her. Not solved. Now harassment. She went to Varanasi now for saving herself. Can you imagine?
So land grabbing is an issue in Andhra?
Land grabbing, settlements. You know, you have earned 30 years, one property, one port. Big properties, thousands of crores. He is asking partnership.
Partnership with what? With the state or with personally?
Not with the state, personal or settlements. 1,000 crore settlement.
So now you're saying settlement is another word for corruption?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not only corruption, enforcing them to give it to you or your nominee, benami. So many properties have gone. Now we brought one more act. You can go through that act. Jagan Land Grabbing Act. It is very clear. All transactions, there is no patadar passbook, title deed.
But he says it's because he wants to make it digital.
Digital. Then you can change that number. What is going to happen? In one case, I am telling you, Untimitta is own district, one weaver community. His record was changed to some other name digitally. He went to MRO. What is happening? Now it is not your property, somebody is claiming his property, you prove it. Then he bribed everybody. 2 years he went on going to pillar to post. Then finally was desperate. He committed suicide by putting his head, again same thing in train. Then his wife, his daughter, committed suicide by taking poison. You can imagine?
But Babu Garu, what is the option if you don't digitize? You
What
have
I'm
to
saying,
digitize, no?
Digital is a big problem.
If it is
It
malfunctions.
It is in the hands of wrong persons.
Okay, I get that.
He's a wrong person. All these things are happening like that.
But he accuses you, and even your detractors accuse, like you mentioned the Polavaram project. Some people say that there was corruption in that, and you just turned a blind eye to that.
What you had done? Reverse tenders. You changed the contractor. 1 year there is no agency. There is no supervision. Ultimately, water has come. Now that diaphragm wall with great difficulty, 2 seasons we have constructed underground. That is diaphragm wall, you know very well. Washed away, damaged. This report is given by Government of India agencies, even IIT Hyderabad. Can you imagine? In the name of corruption, he is destroying everything. He is booking false cases. 5 years is over, your tenure is over. You blamed corruption, Polavaram. You are able to establish. You tell me. In the process, what you have done? By saying mad dog, you killed a good dog.
Okay. Another thing he says about you or Pawan Kalyan and the others is that you are outsiders. He even says you're East India Company, that you're going to come again, loot and go back to Hyderabad. So now...
He's son of that soil. He born there. I was where he born.
Where was he born?
In Hyderabad.
Oh. But then that was United
No, what I'm
Andhra.
saying, that is where I'm saying he is having, where is his palace? Big palace. Where is his big palace?
Hyderabad.
Lotus Pond. You go now. You can take one photo. Go to Bangalore, near airport, another palace in Chennai, now palaces in London. You are talking all these things. Where are your daughters?
Where are they?
You answer. You ask it. In London, then you are talking all rubbish. What I am saying, we have to create a good infrastructure. Then Andhra Pradesh will settle, people will come and do business. Now nobody is coming to Amravati or Andhra Pradesh, thanks to this fellow.
Babukar, I have tracked your career since like 20, 30 years. I've been watching what happened. You're not very comfortable with alliances, but then you have tried both sides. Are you really fitting in properly in NDA? Because there was a time it was very abrasive. You couldn't get along with Mr. Modi. You felt betrayed by the BJP.
No.
Are you comfortable now?
What I'm saying from the beginning, if you see, Telugu Desam played a very crucial role in the history of India. NTR, as against Congress, we brought left, right, center, all parties together.
It's one of the earliest stories that I did, covering them in Andhra Bhavan.
Then I was responsible to create United Front,
Yes.
calling all political parties and was supporting, taking support from BJP from outside, Congress from outside.
Yes.
Then,
I used to sit in the canteen and wait for all of you to come down.
that is one.
Yes.
Then third one, NDA I supported Vajpayee ji.
Yes.
From the beginning we had relations with Vajpayee ji or NDA or BJP. There are some differences, political differences sometimes, otherwise natural ally is BJP. We worked together. 6 years, 6.5 years, never I aspired any position. I am not a powermonger. At that time, main support to Telugu Desam, stable government I supported. You can imagine. Only with force I accepted only speaker post. He asked me, he forced me. There is some relations. That's why I requested to at least accept speaker. I accepted. Our party thinking and Narendra Modi's thinking is similar. Wealth creation, empowering the people, make Indians proud, India proud.
Babu Garu, you've worked with the NDA before. You worked with Modi ji, and you've tried to have an alliance going with him. But there were some sharp words that you had for Narendra Modi. But it seems like now those have got papered over. Is it because you found new alliances or new forward-looking projects that you can do for your state? when aligned with the NDA?
Sometimes some political
Huh.
comments, but today I am very clear.
Huh.
I have seen Narendra Modi's policies are more sustainable compared to any other leader's policy.
You know, there's this accusation that if you win in Andhra Pradesh and you are there even in Parliament and the NDA comes with a very strong majority, there will be altering of the constitution that happens. This is what the opposition is leveling charge against NDA. And as a senior member of the NDA, I want to know your view on this.
No, what I am saying in this, where is the need, what is the need for a change of constitution? As long as in Indian democracy you enjoy the people's confidence, then everything will go smooth. If you get 400 plus, anyway we are aiming, he is aiming, then where is the need for amendment to the constitution? That is what Narendra Modi ji is saying. No need, I am the protector, I will protect.
Okay.
Then where is the problem?
Babu Garu, there is when one talks about Sharad Pawar, there are many instances in history where he almost became Prime Minister, but it didn't happen. There are many in South India who feel that after Narasimha Rao, it was you who had many chances where you could have made that attempt, but you remained focused only in Andhra, and then, it was just Andhra politics. Why didn't you make that effort? I mean, you, like NTRG had come up and he took a national stature. Why didn't you at any point of time?
No, what I'm saying, be clear. I got opportunities long back. They forced me also.
Who?
All leaders.
Harkishan Singh Surjit.
Not only one, Jyoti Basu, Harkishan Surjit, even Karunanidhi, Mopanar.
I was going to Mopanar.
Even
Mopanar told me off the record, so Mopanar ji, now I can say this. At that time, he had told me off the record, and he said, publish it, but don't put my name. At that time, he told me.
Yeah.
And he suggested your name.
yeah, everybody forced me. Then I told them, don't force me.
But why?
What I'm saying, mine is a regional party.
So was Deve Gowda
At
ji.
that time, 42. Today it is only 25. Even to aspire and lead the nation, it is not justifiable, it is not correct. More, why Narendra Modi ji has become Chief Minister, then he became Prime Minister because of BJP and also that infrastructure. He has stabilized, he is leading the country positively. Sustainability, stability, leader who enjoys public confidence all over the country should lead the nation. Be clear. That I am in public life. Public policies are more and more effective. We can change the people's fate through public policy. Even my IT policy, my development policies in Hyderabad has been transformed. This is not an example now. I am having that satisfaction. Now, Narendra Modi ji wanted to make India by 2047, Vikasit Bharat, number one the globe. Indians will be number one. I want to make along with him little bit contribution. Telugu people will be number one among Indians. This is my ambition, this is my desire, which is more practical, more implementable.
Interesting. I just spoke with KTRG, and there is a lot of anger that he has. I've just come back from Bangalore also after meeting with several politicians. There also there is this feeling, this sense of, among many opposition leaders, that the South does not feel part of the narrative which is coming in from the North. And more so because you have an NDA which is extremely powerful, which is not sensitive, they feel, towards the South. And they feel that we contribute so much to the economy and we have to carry the burden of some states which are just not coming up like they should. They're not measuring up. And the BJP is focused on those states because they are getting the votes from those states. So they're pumping in resources into that state because they're getting votes from there. And the South is feeling neglected. Neglected in the sense of, in the narrative of the nation. Because monetarily, economically, whether it is Andhra, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, they're all doing very well. Well, not Kerala so much, but they're all doing economically much better than the North. How do you, as a South politician of 4 decades, how do you see this?
No, this problem is there from the beginning, not today's problem. But after economic reforms, South has taken an advantage. That initial first mover advantage, either Tamil Nadu or Andhra or Karnataka, all of us has taken that advantage after Mumbai, wealth creation. Today, again, it is the turn of North India.
Cyclic, you see.
If you go watch, UP will be the biggest game changer now for future. It will happen. This is where I am saying we have to visualize all these things. But there must be some sentimental, some inclusiveness. That is where we have to balance. Because of all different political parties, different approaches in South India, more regional parties, more left and right. If you go through Kerala, left association or UF association, United Front or Left Front. Tamil Nadu, 2 regional parties. Andhra Pradesh as an yesterday Congress and Telugu Desam. Karnataka BJP and Congress, sometime Devagowda. These are all the combinations. Because of this, all these things are happening. There is no much space for
A
NDA
national party.
or BJP.
Okay.
Even national parties also.
Yeah, because the Congress literally gave way to the regional parties. Had the Congress been strong, then you wouldn't have
That
seen
is
the
what I'm
rise
saying.
of so many regional
That
parties.
is where Telugu Desam and NTR was the inspiration for all others to start regional parties.
Yeah.
He is the father of regional parties, as a matter of fact.
You were the convener of the United Front in 1996. How do you compare the NDA of today and the United Front? What is the difference?
No, what I am saying, too many parties joining together. Coordination, coalition, that is one type. Ultimately, one leader leading the nation is entirely different.
Okay.
If you can go through Japan,
Yeah.
they used to have coalition government, strong nation, but coalition governments, but not stable. Now we are reaching one election, one nation, then more stability, and also one time you complete the job of elections, then go on concentrating, focusing on policies and execution.
But Dr. Sanjay Baru just recently wrote an article and he said that when you had the coalition governments, our economy was on an upward trajectory. Not so much in the 10 years of the Modi government, even though it's a large economy. Of course, that there's also the pandemic, you can't forget that. But it's not as if coalition governments are bad for the country, is what he says. He's a finance journalist.
So different views will come. Overall, if you can go through globally, lack of leadership. Country like America is having a problem. What I am thinking, India is able to give better leadership compared to other countries. There are 2 reasons. One is Narendra Modi ji. Second is we adopted technology early. First mover advantage. Demographic dividend is another advantage. These 2 are giving entrepreneur skills. Now Indians are moving very fast, 2 angles. One is corporate governance and public governance globally. That is going to happen. So what I am saying, for that Narendra Modi has contributed. Be clear. One has to agree for that. Globally, India is recognized, acknowledged. Even now, recent economist is saying stable economic growth and sustainable economic growth is happening in India. India will be the economic giant.
Let me come back to Andhra politics. Actually, even though I'm talking about Andhra, I'm talking about Hyderabad too. I think I'm from a generation cannot separate as yet mentally. So you considered the father literally of Hyderabad's redevelopment and repositioning of Hyderabad, Cyberabad. Everything was your creation. Amravati was your baby. If you win, will those things which you did with Amravati, will you start those projects again? Is that a project that you want to do?
As on today, what I have done earlier, 50% of people are stabilized, Telugu community, either in Telangana or outside India, all countries put together. 50% are suffering because of this egoistic psycho. 50% are suffering. One example I'm giving you, simple example you can compare. At the time of bifurcation, there is a per capita income difference. 35,000 Andhra and Telangana.
Okay.
5 years I worked very hard. More population, less income. I used to increase all these things. More ecosystem, better ecosystem here, sustainable. Then I built. We are able to reduce 20,000 crores, 20,000 rupees. Today, it has increased 5 years, 45,000. 35 to 27, now 45. Can you imagine? That is due to governance. Now it will go 1 lakh. After that, it will go nowhere. The trend is setting now, reverse trend.
Plateau and then downwards. Okay.
That is the biggest challenge for all of us. All people all over the world, Telugu community are earning highest per capita income, any country.
Yeah.
You go to America, who is earning highest? Indians, among Indians, Telugu community.
Yes. You can't go to a grocery store without listening to Telugu being spoken.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
How it happened? Only 25 years.
I have to
Success
ask
story.
you one question when I'm talking about expat, the Telugu does. When you were arrested in September 2023, there were protests in UK, there was protest in the US. Explain what happened. Why was it that they all saw something connection with you and wanted to protest in those countries?
No, even some of the names I didn't know. But we know all countries. You cannot by heart, no?
Yeah.
Even that type of countries, they responded. They came on roads, they protested. That is where always leader will do things which is right. And also, what all have done, can you tell me? Hyderabad I developed. People may forget about me. But I am having a conscience. But some quarters are, everybody is remembering who has done this. If you can go and ask chairman who built, automatically Nizam has built, just a ruler has, all these things. If you go to high-tech city, then people remember me.
Yeah.
That is the credibility, that is the legacy I created. I am happy. People recognized, acknowledged. They showed their gratitude.
My generation knows you as the creator of this city, of Hyderabad and of Cyberabad and the modernization of Andhra Pradesh. My children's generation, how do you appeal to them? What do you tell the youth that what can you bring new? Like what is it, why you a person who's attached to modernity in 2024? I can understand in 20 years back, but why is it that they see in you as somebody who can usher in a new wave of modernity?
That is what I'm saying. I'm always 25 years ahead.
Okay.
I'm talking now 2047. 2047 you can manage. You will be number one in the world. Virtual and physical is an integration model we have to produce. Leader need not go to America. From here start business in America.
Yes.
If necessary, you can go and work experience. That is where I am thinking differently. Once I started IT, not stopped. While doing job, I told them, go and start companies, not only seeking job, provide job. Then I told, no, don't confine to IT, expand other areas. Be entrepreneur. Don't satisfy one company, float multiple companies and provide jobs. This is where continuously today I am talking artificial intelligence and also cloud management, data science. All these things, your decisions, 80 to 90% are accurate. Knowledge is available.
I have to ask you about the Yuva Neta. Why is it that Rahul Gandhi cannot come up with the kind of ideas that you have come up with? What do you think?
No, what I'm saying, I don't want to blame politicians.
No, but unless there is a politician who can give a vision,
That is what I'm saying.
it is difficult for policies and programs
How
to be
many
built.
politicians in this country are having vision? There I appreciate Narendra Modi ji.
Okay.
What I'm saying, he is talking now 2047 Vikasit Bharat. That is the binding force for all Indians all over the world.
Finally, sir, I have to ask you, simultaneous polls, does it work for Andhra Pradesh? Like
No, we are having
Orissa is also doing that. When there is a multi-cornered contest, does it confuse people as to what is going on? Because you've just released a manifesto. I saw in the press also, there's Narendra Modi's photo is not there in the thing. Then something happens because it's a coalition in the sense that it's an alliance which is there. So
even exploitation always there. If you do right things, also people will criticize. It is our duty to convince or convey. Now, NDA or BJP has taken a stand. Except Delhi, nowhere we will release NDA manifesto. We are NDA partners. That's why Siddharthanath was with us.
yes.
He endorsed our manifesto, but we cannot sign because that is a policy of the central government. What is the problem? Why is bothered this egoistic Jagan?
Okay.
He wanted to exploit everything, but there is no truth in it.
So you're going to win the state as well as the Lok Sabha polls?
100%.
What is your message finally to the voters who will be voting tomorrow?
No, we are BJP and also NDA is working 400 plus. In Andhra Pradesh, our aim is 24 plus MPs, 160 plus MLAs. That is our mission, that is our target. We are working in that direction. We will win.
Wishing you all the best,
Thank
sir.
you.
And hoping to see you soon in New Delhi.
Thank you.
All the best. Thanks. Thank you for watching or listening to this edition of the ANI podcast with Smita Prakash. Do hit the subscribe and like buttons. Namaste. Jai Hind. Click here to watch the previous episodes.